In 1915, Nikola Tesla proposed the idea of a fleet of unmanned combat planes that could defend the U.S. from foreign attacks. Today, the Pentagon has a fleet of 7,500 drones, up from 50 a decade ago. This unprecedented development shows the great impact this new technology is already having on us today. In the first 11 months of 2012, 447 drone attacks occurred in Afghanistan, up from 294 in all of 2011.
Drones are not just limited to being the bulk of U.S. foreign policy, however. The Mesa County Sheriff's Office in Colorado was one of the first to use drones in police work. Also, many companies are looking to use drones to make delivery services even more efficient, such as Amazon's plans to use drones to deliver packages. How have drones gone from being seen as grossly expensive and inefficient toys to tools which are vital to the U.S. military and the future of many commercial possibilities?
The very first drones, as we know them today, were simply used as target practice in the 1900s. During World War I, the U.S. built unmanned, gyroscopically stabilized biplanes, though none were ever put in the field. For target practice, the Royal Navy created the Queen Bee in the 1930s. During World War II, a company called Radioplane manufactured drones for target practice. In 1955, the U.S. company Teledyne Ryan first flew their drone for practice in air-to-air and ground-to-air combat. They created the Firebee.
In 1960, during the Cold War, a reconnaissance U.S. plane was shot down over Russia, resulting in the pilot, Gary Powers, being captured. This radically increased tensions between the two countries. Fear of a pilot being captured by the Soviets led to the development of the U.S. drone program in August of 1960. In 1973, the U.S. military officially confirmed that they had been using UAVs in Southeast Asia for reconnaissance. The U.S. launched drones in their first combat reconnaissance mission during the Vietnam War.
The first major military success as a result of drone warfare came during the 1973 Yom Kippur War. Soviet-supplied surface-to-air missile batteries in Egypt and Syria caused heavy damage to Israeli fighter jets. As a result, Israel developed the first UAV with real-time surveillance. The images and radar decoying provided by these UAVs helped Israel to completely neutralize the Syrian air defenses at the start of the 1982 Lebanon War, resulting in no pilots downed.
During the 1991 Gulf War, UAVs were able to offer cheaper, more capable fighting machines that could be used without risk to aircrew. Initial generations were primarily surveillance aircraft, but some were armed, such as the General Atomics MQ-1 Predator, which used AGM-114 Hellfire air-to-ground missiles.
Today, UAVs occupy a variety of military roles and are vital to the war on terror. They can be utilized for reconnaissance and ground attacks, such as the mini-drones the Army has created to make virtual maps of environments, as well as to locate possible threats. Modern drones have the ability to be autonomous, which means no pilot, and have remote control. Remote control is the primary control method, but autonomous systems are quickly coming into fashion by the United States Army Research Laboratory.
However, the impact of drones is not limited to warfare. In the last 10 years, the use of drones for commercial and personal use has increased dramatically. The Federal Aviation Administration proposes relaxing the strict drone laws, such as requirements like daytime flight, height restrictions, operator certification, and so forth. Applicants must also describe in detail how their system is designed, constructed, and manufactured. Despite this, according to the Washington Post, the FAA estimates domestic drone sales will top a total of $90 billion within a decade. Chris Anderson of 3D Robotics estimates that at least 500,000 personal drones have already been sold.
Today, many companies are seeking to use cheap and efficient drones to increase productivity and profits. Drones are even being used in the agricultural industry, allowing for ease of use, time saving, and utility for a variety of tasks.
Time magazine's Lev Grossman said of drones that they, quote, weren't just a tool. When you use it, you see and act through it. You inhabit it. It expands the reach of your body and senses in much the same way that the internet expands your mind. The net extends our virtual presence, drone extends our physical presence. They are, along with smartphones and 3D printing, one of the handful of genuinely transformative technologies to emerge in the past 10 years.